tripping. Watch that crowd a moving. We're here at the party. Get a little rowdy. All we ask is raise your glass and drink it on down. We're gonna rock this country. Roll it up and rock it out. Rock this country. Let me hear you hee-haw and shout. Rock this country. Throw it down, let it all hang out. Those of you who agree with me, let's rock this country. If you like what you hear, flick your lighters for more. If you can't hang with the ladies, well, it's the door. We're gonna rock this country. Roll it up and rock it out. Rock this country. Let me hear you hee-haw and shout. Rock this country. Throw it down, let it all hang out. Those of you who agree with me.
This is NFR 445 Live, sponsored by Silverton Casino Hotel. Join them nightly for Wrangler NFR viewing and after parties at Silverton Casino Hotel.
Hello, howdy, and good evening. I'm Amber Dixon, joining you live from the Thomas and Mack Center, where we are halfway through the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. Round 6 is tonight, and joining me tonight is Kolby Wanchuk, a saddle bronc rider, ranked 12th in the world and a native of Alberta, Canada. You are one of 5 Canadians competing in saddle bronc riding here. How popular is rodeo in Canada?
Oh, it's pretty popular up there, and there's a lot of people excited to have a bunch of Canadians down here this year.
And speaking of people that are excited, I understand you've brought about 30 family members from Canada to watch you. It is your very first National Finals Rodeo. Congratulations on qualifying for it. What have you noticed? How different is it being on the rodeo's biggest stage?
Oh, it's a different atmosphere. There isn't an arena out there that's as intense as the Thomas and Mack. It's exciting, it's loud, it's awesome.
You have been around rodeo your whole life. I understand your mother was a barrel racer, but your father a professional rodeo clown. What are the duties of a rodeo clown, and what are some of your earliest memories of rodeo?
Well, right from time I could walk, I was going with him, and going across the country, entertaining crowds, and kind of the slow points of the rodeo, we'd fill in and make it fun for the kids and fun for everybody. And yeah, it was awesome childhood. Quite the way to grow up.
I kind of was confused when I heard rodeo clown. I thought maybe that he was in the arena actually, and if a guy fell off a bull, distracting the bull away from him. But I have that wrong, correct?
He's the barrel man for the bull riding, and funny man for the rest of the performance, yeah.
Okay, so when there is a lull in the rodeo, your dad was there to entertain. What was his name, or what is his name? He's still entertaining.
Yes, Kolby Wanchuk. Yeah, he's still booked up all year round, going hard.
Oh my gosh! So he is he's beloved in Canada, from what I understand. At what point did you realize you wanted to actually compete in the rodeo, and how did Dad take it?
Well, I guess right from little, I was always drawn to bronc riding. I always wanted to go over the fence, wouldn't miss the bronc riding, and it just what I wanted to do. And my dad, he rode broncs a little bit too, so. And he got me set up with good help to get started with Mel Highland, and it kind of took off from there. Been working at it ever since.
Tell me about Mel Highland, one of your mentors.
He's an unreal guy. He's helped me right from the get-go, gave me spurs and chaps, and found me a saddle to get started, and he's still helping me now. And I owe a lot to his knowledge and everything he's done for me.
A former world champion himself. Tell me about how you have performed so far. You've placed twice. What do you think so far of your performance?
It's been all right. I'd like to be getting a little bit more, but we're only halfway through it, and got a little bit won. Got some good draws coming up, so should be good.
Tell me about the horse that you drew tonight.
James Bond. He's a stud from Bailey Pro Rodeo, and He's kind of a tricky sucker. He's got some moves sometimes, but he's pretty cool. I did good on him at a rodeo in North Dakota a couple years ago, so I'm excited to try him again.
You've got some experience on him. I talked to you earlier about some of the injuries you've experienced, one of which was you broke your skull. When was that, and how did you recover from that?
That was at a rodeo in Saskatchewan in 2017. I just kind of got caught in a bad spot getting off and got kicked, and I was extremely lucky that day. I only broke my skull. I got surgery, got a bunch of plates and screws in my head, and got out of there without a concussion. So 2 months later, when the bones were healed, I was good to go again.
This is silly. When you travel through the airport, does the metal plate in your head, does it ring the alarms?
No, it's titanium. It doesn't ring off.
Okay. I understand that you also travel with a couple of guys who are competing in saddle bronc riding as well. What are their names? What can you tell us about them?
Chase Brooks and Sage Newman. They're a couple of my best buddies. They're from Montana, and we have a blast rodeoing together. And I get to go hang out with their families, and they treat me like family down there and take care of me. And yeah, they're a couple great guys. A lot of fun to travel with.
How typical is that you guys will travel around with certain people, and I imagine that helps out a lot?
Yeah, I mean, split the costs and split the driving up a bit. We put on a lot of miles, and it's pretty hard to do it by yourself.
So you don't have to be lonely as well all the time as a rodeo cowboy. Reading your bio, you are an Edmonton Oilers fan, the same division as the Vegas Golden Knights here. What do you think of the Golden Knights and the Oilers so far this year?
Oh, the Oilers had a pretty good start to the year. I think actually they're ahead of the Knights. So
They are. I looked at the standings today. Also in that bio, I found it interesting. You like country music, but Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, and who was the other one? Another old timer. I mean, you're only 25 years old. What do you know about these guys?
Always liked old country. I don't know. Cord Blund, he's been here all week. I've always been a big fan of him, and he plays old cowboy music too. That's my favorite.
Do you know what it is that draws you to it?
Couldn't tell you. Just the messages they send, I guess, a lot, and just good quality music.
And lastly, anything you want to tell the folks that may be watching from Alberta, Canada, who are not in the arena tonight?
Oh, thanks everyone for the support. It's been unreal. The following we're getting here, and it's exciting. It's good fun.
Kolby Wanchuk, thank you so much for your time. We will be watching you in these final 5 rounds. And for continued coverage of the Wrangler Nationals Finals Rodeo, go to lvrj.com/NFR.
You've been watching NFR 445 Live, sponsored by Silverton Casino Hotel. Join them nightly for Wrangler NFR viewing and after parties at Silverton Casino Hotel.